fast forward times. Guess I'll assume that it's on the highest. Apples. Oh, battle voices. Okay. Year 1203 of the Seption calendar, fall just over half a year since the Liber Arc's collapse. Cruising through the night sky above the Cruisen province in eastern Erebonia. Hey Switch, how was your day? It was the Rhineford Company's latest display in luxury, the Lust. Yeah, yeah, you think Final Fantasy VII Remake is taking forever. Fucking wait until you play Rebirth. That game is twice as long. Oh, I love my bidets, so good for you, man. Yeah, they... I feel like there's... What? Bidets are good. Use a bidet at every opportunity. Yeah, one day they will never make remake. Well, they sort of have remade Final Fantasy 1, but just like not... Maybe we'll do an HD 2D remake of Final Fantasy 1. You'd love that, huh, Liddy? If I may have your attention, please. On behalf of the Conrad Company, I would like to take the time to thank you all for attending this party today. As I'm sure you're all aware, this is the most auspicious day. Hey, those ass blasters save a lot of fucking money on toilet paper. And I'm not a woman, but we have a bidet where there's the direction points in one up to the butthole, and one, especially if you are on your, you know, if you're late or if you're AFAB and you have a period, you know, and, you know, it's just in the cleaning of all that and all that stuff. Yes, indeed. On this historic day 10 years ago, this fine company... Well, yeah, because if you just turn it on, it's just gonna spray. It depends on what kind of bidet you have. You can get, mine is pretty basic, so it has no option to really dry. So, you would, usually I wipe to dry, because I don't like a wet ass. But it's technically not necessary as long as you feel like you got it all. But usually the bidet gets everything. You just, you know. And if it doesn't get everything, you're probably not doing it for long enough. But again, you get it. I like to dry off because, you know, again, the wet asshole thing. Hey, you don't seem to be enjoying this quite as much as he is. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying, right? People tuning in, they're like, oh, I love Trails to the Third. Let's see what this guy's streaming about. Is just me fucking talking about bidets for 10 minutes. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying. Surely you must understand what kind of man he is if you're here. Oh, that I do. He's a merchant of death and made a fortune during the 100 Days War and one of the Empire's most wealthy men, despite being a relative newcomer. Honestly, you're probably right. Well, it was only a few years ago that he partnered up with the famous Rhineford group, and now he's serving on their board of directors. His record makes for a most impressive read, that much is for certain, although I dare say he's less impressive in person compared to on paper. My, you'd best refrain from making such remarks. The mask, of course, may disguise your identity, but I won't keep those naughty men in black away should you make an enemy of them. Now that's a terrifying prospect. I can't imagine I'd last very long if I did. I'd surely be cast through this window as easily as a pebble plunges through water. I must say, I find you rather intriguing. Are you a member of the press, perhaps, or maybe even a government official? I would answer, but where's the fun in spilling secrets? I'll leave the pondering to your fertile imagination, mademoiselle. Leaving my identity aside, however, this ship is an impressive work of art. It's hard to believe we're inside one at all, and yet here we are, sounds of art are in the air. The fertile imagination comment? Well, it is Reinford's latest model. One would expect nothing less than art. Fertile can also describe, like, fruits and stuff, but yeah, it can be a bit of an uncomfortable way to put it. Last I heard, they were advertising it as the largest airship in the world. It is 120 auger across, so they're probably right, as far as most of the world knows. You certainly know how to make a lady curious. No, this is Kevin. His hair's just slicked back. But even with the mask, it's no secret that you're so young, practically still a boy. I wonder how often you go around charming your way through these drab parties with that aura of mystique. Well, seems the mask can't hide all my secrets. Perhaps I ought to make my daring escape before I give away anything about myself. Yeah, Wiseman is dead. He's fucking, like, dead. The only character that I think that actually died, oh yeah, him and, Levick. Yeah, Kevin killed the shit out of that guy. If you must, although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy chatting the night away with a mysterious stranger like this, you know? We could even take our chat somewhere more comfortable, like your room. I'd be honored to, fair lady, but only if you can promise the goddess has her eyes turned away. She may blush if she's watching. Meanwhile, I'll refrain from asking why your room would not be an acceptable location. And I thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man. Well, the party's in full swing now. The chat's as good as any. His private room's on the highest floor of the ship and on the other side of the deck. Okay, let's get to work. Yeah, if your name's someone Kevin. A bit of a... I wouldn't name my child Kevin. Might I interest you in something to drink, sir? We have some well-aged Tyros if you would care for some. Yeah, Liddy, I don't know if you ever watched Trigun, the anime, or I guess manga. But Kevin is absolutely modeled after Vash the Stampede. Like, his hair and his personality is, like, very similar. The Conrad Company might have made a lot of progress in the past 10 years. But that was all thanks to the rind of Pee Pee Poo Poo. Man, I miss Pee Pee Poo Poo. He's out there fucking being a fucking psychologist or whatever. Hopefully he finds some time to drop in. No, it's all thanks to the Reinford group. They couldn't have done a thing. Yes. Yeah, Mr. Pee Pee Poo. Sorry. Not just Pee Pee Poo. That's all thanks to the Reinford group. They couldn't have done a thing by themselves. They got no right trying to act big. They need to realize their place. Yes, Lady Liddell is currently resting in her room. She said that she's feeling a little unwell at the moment, you see. What does she have to choose a party like this to feel unwell? I hope she isn't faking to stay in her room. Must she oppose me at every turn? Sorry, what was that? I said that no mask can hope to disguise the beauty of your ivory white skin, or the luster of those fine red lips. Well, aren't you the flatterer? I couldn't agree more, though. The air of the capital is positively suffocating. I try to get away from it as often as I can, so I spend all my time off in my villa to the south. This truly is a spectacular ship. I was getting sick and tired of looking at the gloomy skies of the capital, so this is a wonderful change of scenery. I'll have to be sure to make the most of tonight. I have so many people to talk to. Oh,
you certainly know how to hold a party, Conrad, and there aren't many who are wealthy enough to be able to organize a gathering like this in the sky.
Oh, absolutely.
My guests are satisfied that I've done my job. Still, today's party is but a minor diversion compared to what the future holds for us. Quite the gathering we got here. That looks like Marquis Ballard, known for his extravagant spending. This guy's the president of the One Big Jeweler, Corey's and Co. Hopefully they'll keep our friend occupied for a while. I must say, I'm impressed just how reliable the security guards at today's party have been. Just a bunch of fancy talk. Yeah, we're Kevin. He's the protagonist. You're the one who looked it up before. That's how I was like, I thought I was going to be Joshua and Estelle the first 3 games, but nope, Kevin is the protagonist in the 3rd one. Pardon me, but you haven't seen my wife around, have you? Oh, I keep telling her not to go wandering off without telling me, but she never listens. Hold on. This will be Madame Frisky's oaf of a man. Today's dish of choice is steamed abalone with cream, made to the highest of standards by our chefs. Steamed ham. I must insist you try it. It's certain you'll become a fan. Madam, He's not evil, but he does work for the church. Strange, felt like someone was watching me for a minute. Forget it. I got work to do. It's 5 rooms on the highest floor of the ship on the other side of the deck. Time to move. Do you consider the church evil? I guess that's the question. Gonna go into this person's room to go real sneaky here. Steal their shit, run out. Yeah, but I do believe we have a lot of the same characters from the other 2 Trails games. So I think that's why it's still in the same Trails of the Sky. Well, I mean, I know what I believe. Some people don't think the church is inherently evil, which... It's so hard, because, like, is the church evil or are men evil? You know? A little bit of both. But yes, I would not say I'm a fan of the church. Sure. I'm with the Church of All Women. That won't become a cult immediately. Not right away, yeah. You gotta give it like a couple of years at least. Money Plane. Can't believe we're on Money Plane. Extra stick in the lemonade? That's a battery acid. Really gives it, really spikes it. Could this man be blind? I don't know where I'm going. Stop right there. The staircase leads to Sir Conrad's private room. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I figured you'd say something like that. Sorry though, this is gonna be your lucky day. What? What are you doing? Yeah! Looks like I'm dealing with a bunch of Jaeger dropouts. They don't seem that well trained either. This'll be cake. Wish every job I had was this easy. Melted butter in a cup. Glug, 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 and that melted butter down. Wow, talk about pointlessly fancy. I think some of them, because all the Jaegers who worked for the society, they were all, like, branded with, like, they're basically brainwashed, so he has the power of God on his side, and with that medallion, he can undo the brainwashing, but it basically cripples people when he does it, or, you know, for a short, it makes them pass out. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Sweet. Talk about pointlessly fancy. Alright, now where is he heading? Well, would you look at that? Oh, that's too bad that's not the only one. There's a switch. Press the switch? Yes. Now, where's the next one? The switch is some sort underneath the vase. Press it? Yes. I doubt that's the last one. There's a suspicious switch inside the potted plant. Press it? Yes. That's true, my birthday is coming up. Sometimes the fast forwarding just, you know, it just feels good to fast forward. That is correct. And here we go. Everything so far has been completely in line with what I expected, which means that I'll be turning 103. This panel of buttons that have letters written on them. The password of some kind apparently must be entered. I wonder. Orpheus! Figured as much. Looks like my target this time is one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for fun. But yes, I will be 32 years old. Fool's Locket, huh? Forbidden artifact that lets the bearer pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Ugh, really not that kind of thing. Really not the kind of thing a shady weapons dealer should have in his possession. That's me, ancient and a tad decrepit. What's going on here? What happened to the two who were gone God? You think we're dealing with someone in the same business as us? You better keep them locked inside here until the party's over. And give a report to Master Conrad after. What do you think the odds are that he's not acting alone? Judging by the security camera footage, I don't think it's that high. That said, there's a definite chance he's got some form of backup that just hasn't acted yet. I'd say we're better off marking all invited guests for the time being. We wouldn't want to let anyone slip through our sights. Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I don't actually feel bad about aging, like most folks. Yeah. Did you just laugh at us? Something funny? Oh no, I just thought I should probably apologize for underestimating you. Running you all off as untrained Jaeger dropouts. Maybe you got more going for you than I was giving you credit for. You little... You got guts, I'll give you that. I've got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. Don't think you're gonna get out of this with one piece. Haha, one piece. Luffy. In for such a world of pain, you'll wish you'd killed yourself while you had the chance. Well, doesn't that sound like a fun time? Sadly for you, I've already got my next stand lined up, so I won't be able to take you up on that. What the? How? Oh yeah, probably should have said this earlier. You really might want to step back from that door. Like, a lot. What just happened? No way! That door was designed to withstand a direct hit from an orbital cannon. Boy, you guys have no idea how hard it is to hold back with that one. Not a huge fan of using it, but I mean, you didn't give me much of a choice. this is a joke, right? Oh, priest? Yep, I'm legit and everything too. So if you're interested in making any confessions, if you haven't listened to them, extra cheap as a limited time offer. You guys would have a lot to confess. Look, legendary to him. Let's do this. I was hoping for more of a what you charge people kind of reaction. Oh well, guess I don't mind cutting to the chase this time. Come get some.
Take that! Take that! Arrow!
Yeah, a little less jazzy, but a little more like funky.
Take that! All right, what's next?
Hey, level 90. It's a girl night. I'd heard rumors about them, but damn. And curious as I am, I'd probably better off not asking about what kind of rumors you've heard. Don't worry though, I'm only here for your clients. You go ahead and have a nice long nap on the floor, okay? I'll still live a little bit to see tomorrow. Oh, what kind of monster. It's hard because Kevin is definitely supposed to be a very tongue-in-cheek kind of character, so I'm like imagining him like trying to wink while he's saying stuff. Okay, got what I came for. Now to get back to the party and wrap this job up. Sucks to have to go without taking that lady up on her offer, though. She's looking pretty darn fine. It was obvious her husband giving her enough squeeze. And again, I shouldn't go play the fight too much, huh? Kevin, who the hell are you talking to? Well, that's true. He does know God personally. So.
Take that! Take that! Take that! Still a ways to go.
Yeah, hopefully that's just the battle music for this area, though. We'll see if it changes after this. It is a long game.
I hold in my hand.
Oh yeah, right. He has the braille sword. Yeah, that really doesn't do anything.
Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Still a ways to go.
I'm really not a fan of cottage cheese. No thank you.
Let's end this. Take that! Still
It's
a ways
all
to
about
go.
the cottage cheese. Sense it from. Get it together, Kevin.
Take that!
Kevin, get it together. Kevin McAllister.
Let's end this. Take that! All right, what's next?
There you are. In the name of the Northern Jaegers, we won't let you go any farther. You really are an active Jaeger corps, and a pretty famous one to boot. Still, I get stuff's rough going for your country and all, but I couldn't ask you to just, I don't know, step aside. How dare you? What do you know about the hardships endured by our people? We won't allow ourselves to be shamed with defeat here, not as long as we suffer. Should have known. Okay then, I'll come at you with all I've got.
Let's end this. Let's end this. Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! All right, what's next?
Hey, level 91.
What is all the commotion?
We believe there to be an intruder, sir, and a competent one at that.
An intruder? And just what do you think I paid good beer to hire you for? I don't care if he's alive or full of holes. Get rid of him.
Oh, getting me dead or alive is too much to ask of those guys.
Who the hell are you? Wait, priest? No!
Yeah, I figured with something like this in your possession, you'd at least have heard of us.
How dare you? Give that back, that's mine!
Uh-oh, wrong answer. This belongs to the goddess, and it needs to be rightfully returned to her. It's not something mere mortals like you should be keeping for themselves.
Kill him? Kill him and give me back my locket now!
Bam! Bouncing off the bullets. And shot both. Ah! Herman Conrad, in accordance with the laws of the church in the name of my Dios, I am placing you under arrest. You stand charged with the unauthorized possession of and illegal use of an artifact.
Don't you think you can get away with this? You might be with the church, but I'm a ride for a director if you lay a hand on me.
No, don't you worry. We cleared this with the big guys already. I'm sure you got a pretty good idea of just how recklessly you've been acting with this thing, right? It caused a whole lot of trouble for a whole lot of people, you know. Guys like you have a habit of making themselves no shortage of enemies, and you've done a stellar job of that. Now just accept that your luck's run out and come quietly, okay?
No! No!
Ouchie. Just couldn't make this easy for me, could ya? So much for this being a piece of cake. Catching guys like this alive is more like trying to sneak off the whole damn thing.
Stop right there!
Huh, you pulled out all the stops just for little old me? Now you're getting guys so popular. That's some quick work getting all dolled up and ready to take me down.
Silence! Might have had your way before, but that's not how it's gonna go this time. Just so you know, there's an entire company of us on the ship. If you have a hostage you can use against us, you got nowhere to run.
We're all lucky boys and girls today, huh?
What? What are you talking about?
If this idiot here had been branded a heretic, I would have had to hunt each and every one of you down to the last member.
What? What's up with this guy?
Well, don't let it get to you. Keep up the good work for Homeland or whatever. Just don't give us any reason to slaughter you in the process.
Damn, Kevin. Impossible!
Those grouse slitters are monsters.
That was quite a splendid show, but our tale is only just beginning, Kevin Graham.
The fuck is that guy? How did I not notice him? It's the most evil-looking party I've ever seen. After all, I'd only just awoken. Asterisk.
After all, I had only just awoken.
The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. The third. Kevin.
Hey, Estelle, Joshua, that guy, and Renee. Yeah, after this game, I'll have to play the Trails in the Sky versus East fighting game. That was originally made for the Wii. Very odd game to me. Very specific audience. Inception Church. Growl Splitter operated special ops airship. Marker band number 5. Macabre. Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they're usually like, it was. If I had a bit more time, I could enjoy some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? I swear I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and the ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. Even then, you get a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pass. That'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. Oh, I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer it if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that Salt Pail operation was transport the thing. You say that as if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Is something wrong? No, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow. Or today now, I guess. Got it. Where's it from? Arteria, apparently. It's a call from Commander Selman. Oh, you are kidding me. Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put her through. Alright. Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. Basically went without issue. The artifact was the Fool's Locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with them a long time ago. I see, as I thought then. Good work all around. I'd say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I can't grant you one right away. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume? Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Gransel Cathedral. Gransel? You think this object may be somehow related to the Areole? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on this ship that needs transported back, so I'll let the crew here take that to Arteria. I'll handle going to Liberal on my own. It's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. He'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Wait a minute, wait just 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry, though, they won't be a burden. Their abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I'll be praying for your success. Gop. Well, congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with more squires serving you. I was so not down. I can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. Oh, Carnelia? I was wondering whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book that wild just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. Then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. They actually met her. They know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyways, you guys heard her. Only we've taken care of everything else right into our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir. What will we be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You can put me down to any old state we pass on the way there, preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun started coming out. What a real McGraw Slurper prologue. Same day, afternoon. The skies of Midwestern Zemuria, roughly 500 Selgi from Liberal. Hey! Ah, they've gone out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. Looks like they can't keep up with the ship, though, because not every bird can be as fast as seeing. But they were just the cutest. Well, look who it is. I know you. It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. Funny coincidence, huh? It really is. It's good to see you again, too, Father? Don't remember my name, do you? Don't be silly, of course I do. It's, Oh, I remember. It's Onion Graham. But of course, how lucky am I to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant? That's not even a name, Dorothy. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. I was just being silly. A couple of days ago, I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the eastern quarter in Calvert, so I still got onions on the brain. I can't believe a hot pot with just onions in it would taste that good. I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. That's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name. Ah, well, whatever. So if you insist you haven't forgotten, what is my name then? I do insist. I never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham. But of course, how lucky am I to have been named after such a fragrant plant? That might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name. I just do that for 3 hours. Oh, I see. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all the trouble that happened earlier in the year? That's about the gist, yeah. Come to think of it, how'd you end up in an international airliner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Liberal News? Yep. Now actually let me go on my own this time, too. Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle traveling abroad for a report alone. Then again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people could properly grow. Oh, I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I ended up in Calvert instead of Bowes Market, but I managed just fine. Wait a second. Now told you to go to Bowes, not Calvert? He sure did. Then I got on the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew it, I was chilling out in Calvert's capital. Weird, huh? Sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days when you weren't even supposed to be there at all? Did you even have enough money to manage? Or, ideos, help us, a passport? Well, fortunately, there was someone from the Liberian embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport, so that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped me while I was there, so I had all the dough a girl could ask for. I don't even know where to start. I must be worried sick about you, huh? You think? You didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I kept telling him that all that smoking is bad for him, but he never listens. I don't think you can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy. Instead of taking a regular ship, you went to a different country? Thank you all for taking the journey aboard the Gretna today. We will be arriving at our terminal city, Gransel City, in roughly 30 minutes. Ask that you take this chance to check that you have all your belongings with you and to return to your seats before we begin our landing. Till then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight. Sounds like we're almost there. I'm gonna walk around the ship and kill some in the last half hour. How about you? I'm not sure. So I might as well go and snap some more photos. It's not often I get to take an international liner like this. Sounds like a plan. See you later then. Later. Playtime. 47 minutes. Guy's not good with heights. My wife went back to her family's home. I mean, I'm as aware as anyone that I've been so busy with work lately that I haven't been able to spend any time with her, but oh, if I'd known I was going to come to this, I would have sat down and talked to her about it a long time ago. The two of us have spent the past half a year traveling all around the continent. I could have wished for a better honeymoon. God, I chose just Sam that I spent the rest of my life with. I'm finally back home with Liberal. Oh, which means it's time to start thinking about getting a house for ourselves. What kind of house would you like? What kind of house would you like indeed? Get around on an airplane. Can you imagine if planes had this much space on them? That'd be nice. Why do you want to know what I wanted to be as a child to begin with? That's not really something you normally tell complete strangers with cameras in their hands, you know? I'm on to you, mister. You can't distract me. This is a serious news report here, so please answer my questions. She sure is making good use of those reporter privileges. Yes, I'm finally almost Liberal. Why did I come, you ask? Because it's the last spot that ancient dragon was sighted. There's no information on where it went after it showed up. Hey! Anyway, first thing is stopping by the Center for Veterans Ice. There's no better place to learn about cutting-edge orbital technology than there. I'm gonna really have to make the most of it. Really? Can't talk to everyone. No. This is a passenger announcement. We'll soon be arriving in Grancel City, the terminus of this liner. We suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airship may be unsteady during landing. Ah, it's so lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place, too, but you can't beat the air here in Liberal. You wouldn't believe all the stuff happened half a year ago looking at Grancel now, either. It's all completely back to normal. The people here sure are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country. Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity. I'm not sure whether you're a perfect example of that or the opposite. You're right about the air here, though. It is nice. Nostalgic almost. Makes me feel a little homesick. You're home to Arteria, right? The place with all the really big churches and stuff? I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually pretty darn small, like smaller than most states around the continent. It's where the High Seat of Deception Church is. So lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but few are actually born there. Oh, really, huh? So where are you from then? Dorothy! Oh, Niall, I'm home. Did you miss me? Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What an idea was his name have you been doing? I sent you to boats. How did you up in Calvert? You were definitely on the westbound liner. I'm sure of it. I really don't know. Oh, wait, I might actually know. Go on then, spit it out. I bet I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and then sleepwalked into the wrong one. I think that all of this could turn out to be some part of some elaborate murder plot. Maui, all of a sudden I feel like I've walked right into a mystery novel. Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot. I'm all out of breath now. Are you alright? Really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know. Oh, right, your 30th birthday was last Friday, too, wasn't it? Fuck you, Dorothy, you young bitch. Happy birthday! I've had a cake over in Calvert and had a big celebration for it, too. How is it that you can remember useless crap like that and not the things that actually matter? Bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you? You should have seen it, Niall. It was made with Eastern matcha, so it was unlike any cake I've ever seen. That perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it, so I'll show you them all later. You brought me pictures of a cake? At least bring back a souvenir. Man, they always felt like they could go into business as a comedy do it and actually make money off it, but they're even more of a crack up now. Wait a second. Nice to see you again, Niall. You're looking same old, same old. Maybe you're not so happy about that. What are you doing here? Please tell me she didn't end up going to Arteria and causing trouble there, too. Your wish is my command. We just ran into another on that airship by total coincidence, that's all. Oh, God, you had me worried for a minute. I was scared Stiff should come and smash some super expensive stained glass windows at the cathedral there, or who knows what. I'm so sorry for what you have to put up with. Pshaw, you're too much of a worrywart. Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. What brings you to Liberal? Something else happen here? Oh, just a bit of work-related business I gotta take care of. Not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing of interest is gonna happen. I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so where are you staying for the time being? Ransel Cathedral? I'll have to drop by and say hi sometime when I get the chance. Go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. Going to tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks. You betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvert's. I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything. I'm talking about your gourmet report. Oh, seeing those two together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how all the others here are doing. I know Stella and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I got no idea what the others are up to. Is that you, Father Graham? Lieutenant Colonel Sid. It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at the banquet. Same to you, sir. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting you to be the Army representative who came to meet me, though. Figured it'd be Julia. May have been, but she's currently out on another mission, so unfortunately you'll have to make do with me. I didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place. There's no need to be so modest. A little bird told me that you're going to be promoted to a full-on colonel soon, aren't you? I shouldn't be surprised that you people have such a good information network, but I still am. I'm afraid I still feel the position's too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright still has plenty of work left in him, too. I don't want to take any of it from him. Poor Cassius is still getting work to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business, it's in Grantham Cathedral, right? That's correct. It's being kept underneath it, to be more specific, although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen like myself can't even enter it without the knight's permission. Pretty much, it's a special place, you see. I'll fill you in on the details when we get there. Alright then. Well, we may as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in my cathedral. Huh? Who? Let's just say someone who's been assisting with this case. They'll be appraising you of the details of what you're dealing with here. Back to the town that I was literally just playing the game around today. There you are. It's good to see you again, Archbishop. You look very well. And you must be... I wasn't expecting you to be quite this young. How old are you? What? 22, but that's a lot younger than I expected. Are the Grouse-Litter really so short-staffed that they're handing out their most important post to kids? You can't blame me for assuming the Fifth Dominion would look like more of a veteran, can you? Your surprise is written all over your face. Someone in your position should have a much better poker face than that. Maybe you need to redo your training from scratch. Or are you just acting, I wonder? How do you... Professor Russell, please. He isn't here for you to try and pick a fight with him. Please try and be a little less deliberately provocative. What? Hell no. Oh, it's, Tina's mom. Okay. He's here to steal the thing we went through so much effort to bring up, and you want me to play nice? Kylie, don't call me that ever again. I don't want to be interested in the same way as that old coot. Horseman. Oh, wait, Russell? Then are you? I suppose I should introduce myself. I'm Erica Russell. I'm sure it's not a name you're going to be forgetting anytime soon. Still, I sure didn't expect to run into little Tita's mother here. I heard you and your husband were both living abroad. What brought you back? What do you think? After all that went down here, there was no way I was staying out of the country any longer than I had to. Now, with how remote the region we were in is, it is all over by the time the word reached us. Had we found out sooner, I'm sure wouldn't have let that maniac pull half the crap he did. Doesn't sound like you're too happy with the professor nowadays, huh? Talk about an understatement. That whack job actually took my little girl to the floating city with him. I get that he's soft towards her, but that's no excuse for exposing her to danger. That's fair. And as if that's not bad enough, he let that red-headed scumbag get near her too. That utter cretin isn't fit to be within 50 auger of my darling Tina. Never mind actually getting friendly with her. So, you don't like Gigante, huh? Don't you speak that filthy name in front of me ever again. Oh, when I'm finished with him, he'll wish he'd never been born. He might have survived that last onslaught, but we'll see how he fares against the even more powerful unit, won't we? I get the feeling this is a matter we're better off not prying into. I thought the same, so I don't know any more about it than you do. Incidentally, the Professor Russell you're more familiar with is currently vacationing abroad. As such, she has been assisting with this case in his place. Oh, I see. Aren't you listening to me? Of course, sorry. Well, whatever. The staircase sure is long, though. How much farther do we have to go? Not much, as far as I know. Yep, there we go. A dead end? I hope you got a good explanation for this. I do. This isn't a dead end, but to go any farther, I'm going to need you to undertake a ritual of sorts for me. Well, this certainly took a turn for the strange. Is this an example of the church's famous thaumaturgy? Something like that, yeah. Specifically, I would like you to undertake a form of suggestion. I'm not sure I follow. You want us to promise not to tell anyone what we see here, right? That's a little extreme, so no. The Colonel's obviously going to need to report what happened here to the superiors, for one thing. All I want you to do is promise that you won't tell anyone who you aren't certain you can trust. I don't need you to say it, I just need you to think and believe it. Weird, but alright. If that's all you want us to do, so be it. I feel the same way. Should we deliberately repeat it in our minds then? You don't even need to do that. It should just come completely naturally to you. Alright, here goes. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated scepter. Space's golden glow, consciousness silver's glow. By your opposing natures, reveal to them the path that leads to your sacrament. What? How did that door appear? Thank you both for your assistance. I can see that you were true to your word. I see. So if we just said it but didn't really mean it, we wouldn't be able to see anything, right? Yet I can hardly believe what happened. I imagine it'd be uncouth of me to ask how all this works. Yeah, I'd really rather you didn't. And he's 22, that's crazy. Anyway, come on in. Wow, unbelievable. All these years I had no idea that such a place lay hidden beneath Bransell Cathedral. Well, it's not exactly something we publicize. It was built in accordance with the agreements between the church and royal family. It has but one purpose, to suppress the power of ancient artifacts and keep their influence in check. I see. Its importance to you Grailsritter is quite clear then. I'd assume there are similar ones in places other than Liberal too. Well, I won't deny it. Anyway, we call this place the Primal Ground. Now there's a deep name if I ever heard one. Is the original ground the others are based on in Arteria? I'll take that as a yes. I'm not confirming anything. I was just thinking about how much you take after the other Professor Russell, that's all. Look, I'll thank you not to associate me with him. He might trump me a little in the theoretical side of things, but when it comes to the practical side of orbital science, I could beat him in my sleep. And I was the one who designed the fundamental systems of the Capel and the Arsal, you know. Really? Nice. I think we're getting off topic here. This is the object in question, right? That's correct. It was pulled up 3 days ago from the area where the Liberal Ark sank, and we believe it to be an artifact. 3 days prior, roughly at the center of Valhalla Lake. Where the Liberal Ark sank. Damn, sun going down already, huh? This spot turns out to be a bust. We're probably gonna have to call it quits for today. We can only hope. Professor Russell is certain that this is the area where we should be looking. Yep, and if she says it's here, it's here. Fortunately, as you know, Valeria's Lake's about as deep as lake can get. Depending on how small the thing we're looking for is, actually finding it could still be a real task and a half. Is it likely to be small, though? The orbital reading suggested we're dealing with quite a large object, I believe. Oh, I wouldn't judge its size based off of those. Professor. Hey there, kiddo. Finished getting us a new estimated location? Just about. It'd be real swell if you knocked it off with a kiddo, though. I'm not sure if it's the most appropriate way to address a married woman, much less one who's already popped out a child. Sorry about the old habits die hard, you know. I didn't make the switch when I've been calling you that since you were about knee high. Well, I'll let you off this time. Back to work. Can you ask your subordinates to stand out for the time being, Colonel? Is this the spot then? Were you able to calculate exactly where the object is? You ever taken auger? Yes. Judging by the readings, what we're trying to pull up isn't all that big either. Probably around 50 reggae, maybe even less. Serious? Thought we'd be dealing with a real monster, not something the size of an ant. What? Still, if it does turn out to be an artifact, this can get problematic. Unfortunately, the church isn't going to want to let us keep it, that's for sure. Ugh, I really can't stand them. No matter how hard you work to get your hands on something, the second it turns out to be an artifact, they swoop in like it's their goddess-given right to have it. Ticks me off. Ease there. We don't know for sure that it even is an artifact. Regardless, I'll pass on the message to my subordinates right away. I'll leave the rest to you, Gustav. You got it. Let's see what we're dealing with, yeah? Here. Okay, that's the spot. Go on ahead. Yes, ma'am. Beginning the salvage operation. Ah, it sounds just... That sound just fills me with dread. Does a salvage crane sound like it's in poor condition to you? Oh, that's not really what I meant. I just can't bring myself to like artifacts, you see. You can't explain how they have the power that they do, but they have it. It's not something we can ignore either. As a researcher, I can barely imagine anything more frustrating. Even when we can't help but be captivated by them, we're well aware that any attempt to solve their mysteries is pointless. I see. When you put it that way, I can understand to a degree how you feel. Half a year has passed since all the chaos came to an end, and on the surface we're back to normal. But even now, we still don't know what truly happened here or what it signified. Yeah, not that I was here to see it all happen, of course. Great Arms reached the bottom of the lake. I'm gonna attempt to grip the object. Yeah, grip it. Swing and a miss. Moving 30 reg to the right. Aha, there we go. Yep, we got it. Want me to pull it up? Please do. Moment of truth, huh? Here we go. What? Oh my. See. Still looking at it. Correct. There were orbital readings coming from the artifact when we found it, but not anymore. And I'm sure I don't need to spell out the significance of that, do I? No, it's plain as day why you decided to stay away from me now. If an artifact has lost its power, it's exempt from the traditional agreements governing them and doesn't need to be given to the church, that it? You already understand me so well. We can cut right to the chase then. The orbital readings disappeared just before we handed this artifact over to the cathedral, as it so happens. It's currently being looked at after here, but the formal procedures to transfer ownership have yet to be completed, making its legal owner unclear. So in your expert opinion, what should be done here? This is a tricky one. Assuming Liberal wants to assert ownership of it in this scenario, right? If anything, it's the professor here who wants to do that. I'm merely here accompanying her as a representative of the Royal Army. The only reason it's not lying at the bottom of the valley area is lake right now is because of ZCF's salvage efforts. And so we have every right to keep it personally. From what I've heard, it's completely impossible to analyze an artifact that's no longer active. I don't see how it'd be of any use to your research as things stand now. Are you sure you wanted that badly? Oh, absolutely. We're talking about an object found at the site of where a massive flying city used to be. Might not have seen it happen, but it sounds like everything we thought we knew about the world is more or less proven wrong. You know, by the truth that you people in the church have kept hidden for the past, I don't know, 1,000 years. As for that Ouroboros group, they don't make much more sense than you guys. The more I hear about their advances in technology, the less I can work out how it's even possible. I don't know what the truth is or what's really happening here in this land, but I can't stand by and feign disinterest in knowing the answers anymore, and I'm far from alone. So long as there's the slightest chance that Artifact could shed light on all what I want to know, I want it. I think you've made your point, Professor. It's not as though interrogating it will achieve anything. True enough? Now you've heard what I got to say. It's now up to you to tell us what you're going to do. Will you hand over that lump of metal, or won't you? Well, that brief hesitation was all it took to spawn a great evil. Who is she? No way. It crawled through the fields, ran through the hills, and spread disaster in the skies above. An excerpt from the Book of Ezer, verse 2, Disaster Unleashed. I apologize for the delay in coming, Father Graham. My name is Rice Argent. I am a squire of the Grouse-Litter. I look forward to working under you. I didn't think we'd end up having more company. Wait a second. Is something the matter? That's how they think they can get me, is it? But they can't just bribe me so easily. I'm better than that. Maybe I underestimated the Grouse-Litter. They think they can break my will to fight by sending a girl like you my way, do they? But I'm not going to go down so easily, because I got a secret weapon of my own. Behold, the most powerful force in the universe. Isn't that... That's Dita, isn't it? How cute. Isn't she? Isn't she? I bet you just want to jump into this phone and squeeze her like a stuffed toy right now, don't you? I should have known a cutie patootie like you would be able to appreciate the same qualities in others. Anyway, that's why no matter how freaking adorable you may happen to be, you can't take me down, because I got a natural immunity. I beg your pardon, but I'm afraid I'm not really following. You keep saying that someone is cute, but are you referring to me? Who else would I be talking about? You got such an aura of maturity about you, and yet your features still have that irresistible trace of innocence to them. And then they throw you into a sister's habit to compliment it, and all like a little cherry on top. That's the most flattering habit I've ever seen. If I didn't have my protective field, I'd be in real danger here. And why are you looking at me like that? I'm just saying. I'd inquire as to the identities of the people with you, Father Graham. Sure. The lady's Professor Erica Russell of ZCF. ZCF, yeah. While the gentleman is Lieutenant Colonel Sid of the Royal Army. Seriously though, Father Graham? Really? So you're the people who initially discovered the artifact then. Thank you for your cooperation in our work. We will take over looking after it from here on out. That will be all. Wait a... what? Hold on a minute, we haven't finished deciding what to do with it yet. Perhaps not, but my intention was to save you the time and effort required to do so by making the correct judgment myself. Whether it's lost its power or not, this is no ordinary artifact. It is potentially related to one of the Septarians. I'm surprised that you even humored the option of letting an outsider take custody of it. I mean, well, you sure know how to pick a fight. Go on then, what legal basis do you have for taking it from us? The agreements with the church quite clearly say that artifacts that have lost their powers are exempt from the usual rules. I have no legal basis, but you have no more of one for keeping it. If we are following the agreements to the letter, no one is allowed to assert ownership of inactive artifacts. It belongs to neither you nor me. It's simply an abandoned object with no owner whatsoever. What, so all you got is, I don't need a reason, it's mine and that's final? To put it bluntly, yes. Well, if that's how you want to play it. What's your take on this, Kevin Graham? Well, by all means. Me, I thought I'd been kicked out of this conversation. Oh, well, I can't say I don't want to take it back to Arteria with us, but after all the help the Liberals given us, I feel kind of bad just snatching it from them without even giving them a valid reason. Both arguments have a degree of merit, but neither is clearly more correct. I'm not quite sure how you'll solve this one. You, do know that you're smack dab in the middle of this too, right? Whoa! What is it? Why do you both look so surprised? What do you mean, why? Did the two of you not hear that? Hear what? What it? Oh. Wow. Oh, no way. That thing wasn't giving off any orbital readings at all anymore. Zero zip? Why is it suddenly active again? I believe that settles our dispute. Sure does. The real artifact was inside, huh? I've never seen one quite like it. Looks like a box of some kind. Cute, baby. Alright, my wife is going to bed. I'll be back in a little bit. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right.
I'm back, and better than ever.
Man, that's low. Oh. I'd like to thank you two for your cooperation in the recovery of this artifact. In accordance with the pacts of the church, I, Kevin Graham, will be assuming custody of it from here on out. You and all who aided you have the Deception Church's deepest appreciation. Oh, I thought we were never going to escape. The hacker sure doesn't know when to quit. That's a kind way of putting it. I can't believe what I was hearing right at the end, though. Just as I thought she'd max out her crazy talk dispute, she goes and shouts, "Well, if you're going to be taking that, then I'll be taking her." I thought Annalise is a one-of-a-kind cuteness freak. She might actually have some stiff competition. Annalise? Oh, sorry, she's a girl I met while I was here last time. She's a bracer. About your age, I think. Oh. Reese? Yes? You're not mad at me, are you? For not keeping in touch with you. Father Graham. Yes? 5 years is a long time. As you have changed and progressed in rank significantly during those years, so have I. The Reese Argent standing before you is a squire of the Grosslitter, not the girl you once knew. I'm here to serve and protect you, nothing more. Come on, Reese. You need not concern yourself with how I feel. If you don't treat me as a subordinate, then there's little reason for me to be here serving you. With that talk out of the way, we need to board the last international liner out of Gransel, don't we? We should start making our way to the landing port. Wait a sec. Was that the figment of your imagination? Huh? You seem to be tired, Father Graham. I see no other explanation as to why you're hearing sounds that clearly don't exist in reality. I think you ought to try and have some rest while we reach the air. Shh. As I was saying, I think you ought to try and have some rest. Don't even try. Tell me that one was my imagination. And for a second I thought you'd change it. You haven't. Not one bit. You're still the same perpetually hungry Reese I remember. It's just a simple physiological phenomenon. My lack of control is proof that I still have plenty of training ahead of me. I can only apologize for my own inability. Since when did not being able to turn off your stomach become something you have to apologize for? Besides, I won't have you any other way. You're forever going to be the girl who's always getting caught sneaking into the kitchen and trying to stuff her face to me. I'll be going on ahead. Hey, wait a sec. You're in my way. Please move. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to push my luck. Just got carried away thinking old times, that's all. You have no reason to apologize, nor do I see any point in you doing so, because there are few things in this world that carry less weight than one of your apologies. Damn, finally buttoned back, huh? Well, I got a 50-50 chance you listen to me. Can you knock it off with a Father Graham, or even Father for that matter? For what reason? I don't know if you're doing it because you feel like you have to, or because you want to act all distant, but there's no way I can get used to it, like, ever. It weirds me out. Please, call me Kevin, same as you always did. What if I refuse? I'll beg you until you change your mind. I'll get down on my knees if I have to. You certainly would. You know what they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's been a while since, but I'm way too set in my ways now. The what left me? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. It was nothing. Still, I can't very well refuse an order from my superior, so... Oh no, you're not playing that game. It's not an order, it's a favor. Very important distinction. Ugh. So selfish, Kevin. There we go. That's what I wanted. But just so we're clear, even if I've changed how I address you, the fact that I'm your subordinate hasn't changed in the slightest. Don't forget that. Yeah, I know. We can talk like we used to, but there's no way to turn back the clock to the way things used to be. Oh, and one more thing. We still got some time until the last airship leaves. How about we head over to the department store in the East Block? We can grab you something you can eat. I like the sound of that. I propose buying all the bread they have left. I didn't know you were that hungry. I thought you were joking when you said you were going to buy everything they had left. The girl behind the counter looked like she thought you were a freak of nature. It's just another example of Aidios's divine providence. It's better that they brought by someone who intends to consume them than to have the poor things be thrown away. Yeah, you're a real bleeding iron. But that much? I mean, you're not spending your entire salary on food. I'll have you know that you have nothing to worry about. There are few people in this world who know how to make better use of sales and special offers than I. Well, Whatever makes you happy. It's not my business how you blow your mirror at the end of the day. Still, I'll give you that my getup is right up at the top of the suspicious charts. I'm pretty sure anyone would be confused if a woman in a sister's habit came wandering into their shop after dark to buy out the leftovers. Oh, stop your grumbling. It's almost time for us to leave. We should make our way over to the landing board. I'm not sure how much longer my stomach can wait. Yes, ma'am. Is something... Sorry, that stomach of yours is gonna have to wait a little longer. Unforgivable. I don't know who this fiend is, but as long as I don't kill them, I can go as far as I like, right? I sympathize, but you might want to calm down a little. Still, whoever they are, they're not very good at tailing people. Quite. I doubt they have much experience. They do seem to have undergone some degree of training, however. Yeah. Oh well, sad to say, but we're gonna have to skip today's last airship out of here. Do you know of a good place to strike? Oh, I do. I know the perfect place. Gilbert? What the fuck is Gilbert doing here? Oh, where did they go? I saw them enter this area, I'm sure of it. It was you, huh? What? How did you discover me? My stealth abilities are the height of perfection. You're just like I remember, you're still way too sure of yourself. Who might he be? Now, he's technically part of Ouroboros. He's about as low-ranking a member as you can get, though. Ah, I see. He does look the part. How dare you? I'll have you know I'm very much on the up. As for you, what do you mean he does look the part? You couldn't look more like a nobody if you tried. The kind of person who constantly throws himself into things too big to handle and ends up sabotaging himself without anyone lifting a finger, and you refuse to learn from any of your failures, too. What? You haven't lost your touch. I'm impressed how accurately you're able to judge his character after talking to him for like a second. I don't even need to talk to him. He oozes irrelevance from his every pore. You cocky, aren't you? Well, let's see how long that cockiness lasts. Ah. Templar sword? That's what you picked, huh? It's like you chose a bowgun as your weapon of choice. I chose a Templar sword for mine. That's all there is to it. Gotcha. Impossible! What did you just do? I don't even know how I got hit! It's a weapon used by the Grousler called a Templar sword. The blade's made up of multiple pieces held together by wires that let the user extend it at will. Anyway, it's time those lips started flapping. What's a wanted criminal like you doing here at Grancel? How much of your business do you know? Why should I have to answer your... Yeah. You don't know when to give up. Start talking now. FYI, she's not in a good mood, and you don't want to make her any madder. Looks like I've got only one option. I'm so sorry, forgive me. I'm only here because I crash landed. I didn't even want to come here, and even after I did, I happened to see you too, so I decided to follow you, I swear. Maybe I misjudged him. There might be more to him than meets the eye. In a sense. That's a nice way of putting it. So go on, keep talking. You said you crash landed here? That means there's an Ouroboros ship somewhere near here that you came on, right? No, there isn't. I did crash land, but it wasn't on board an airship. It was on board this! Well, what the? He has an Archism? Ah, not so relevant now, am I? Show them what you can do, G-Apache. Mow them down!
I hold in my hand the chalice of heaven. May its holiest of lights act as our shield. Take it! Take that!
Girl, can you hit to save your fucking life?
Take that! Still a ways to go.
No! Curse you! Do you have any idea how much I had to go through to earn that? They are full of surprises, aren't you? I'm impressed, Reese. You sure know how to get the best out of that thing. Not at all. I've still got a lot to learn, especially if I want to be half as good as my sister. Still, I'm no different. Haven't I? Anyway. I'd wager you're out of tricks now, so you ready to give up and come quietly? If you don't try and cause any more trouble, I'll hand you over to the soldiers here and leave it at that. You're planning to hand me over to the Royal Army? That's your best option. If you really want us to take you back to Arteria instead, that's cool by me. But if you go with that one, I can't guarantee your safety. Leave that one to you. Yeah. Oh, again? What was that? This thing again starts glowing so randomly. Maybe it's reacting to something? What is that thing? What are you planning on doing? Nothing to you. Don't worry. Shut up for a sec. What is up with this thing? Huh. So the time to begin is finally upon us. Huh? What? When did you... It's a pleasure to see you again, Kevin Graham. Traverser of the pathless darkness, repenting on his transgressions with the sin of the stigma forever on his back. Who the hell are you? Ah, look, Kevin! Thus my lord was revived, the door to Gehenna open. Come forth, offerings, come forth, lost lambs, burn to ashes in the ever-blazing flames. Ever-blazing flames, you say? What happened? Why did I... Where am I? Hey, Reese! Reese, are you okay? What's going on? Kevin? Where are we? Oh, glad you're okay. How are you feeling? Any pain? I feel sick. You do? My stomach's gonna implode if it doesn't get any food soon. I'm starting on all that food we bought. Sure, I'd normally be just as down for food as you are, but come on. Is that really what you should be thinking about right now? There's nothing in this world more important or fundamental than eating. But if we must change the subject, remember a strange man appearing, and that cube glowing white all of a sudden, then... I don't remember any more than that either. Take a look around us. Stone bookcases? Are we inside some kind of ruin? No, wait. What? Oh god, we're in a dimension. Separate dimension. The Hermit's Garden. Yeah, so much for this being an easy assignment. Complete the prologue. Phantasma. Ignorant cults, kin of Vagarna, Cosmographica. Well, here's the Azure fragments. Whoever manages this library must have some out-of-this-world connections to have gathered this many rare books from all over the place. Whoa, is that a copy of Isthmian Tales? What's a bad book doing here? Guys over at the Congregation for the Sacraments would flip their lid if they saw this thing. They aren't just old and rare books either. I found one that was published this year. No way! What's it called? It's called Librarian Cuisine, published by the Liberal News Service. That can't be real. What's that doing here mixed in with all the other stuff? You sure you aren't pulling my leg? Your guess is as good as mine. Photographs of food and it looked delicious, however. I bet they do. There's a girl named Dorothy who works in the LNS. She's one incredible photographer. Oh yeah, no, I forgot, but weren't you hungry? I was, but I finished eating while you were busy looking at the books here. I did save some for you, of course. Reese handed over a smidgen of her egg salad sandwich. How fast did you eat? Wait, we bought that poor source entire bread supply, and this is all that's left? They were perfectly baked, too. The flour used was clearly of high quality, but bread like that can't be made without excellent water, either. I think I like liberal. Well, I can't deny the country's got some great grub to try all around. Let's get off the subject of food already. I know. There's something truly odd about this place. We should have a thorough look around. Yeah, I'll come to think of it. It's completely stopped glowing now. Might as well be inactive again. Doubt it's a coincidence that it started glowing just before we were sent here. No ordinary artifact, that's for sure. Give it to me, Kevin. I'll look after it. Oh, why? Protecting you is my duty as your squire. As such, I can hardly stand by and let you keep something that poses such danger on your person. I should be the one to keep it. Wait a minute, Reese. Give it to me. Look, first, we still don't have any conclusive proof that this cube is the reason we ended up here. Second, despite me being the one who had it up to this point, you're here with me anyway. So unless you plan to take it off me and run as far away from me as possible, who's holding it won't make a damn bit of difference. But still. Sorry, but this time I'm actually ordering it. You wouldn't disobey an order from your supervisor. From your superior, would you? Alright then. But if we find out for sure that it really is dangerous, promise me you'll get rid of it. That's all I want you to agree to. Alright, promise. Anyway, you up for some exploring? I don't know what's up this place, but it's time to try and find out. Fine by me. Okay, finish the prologue. What's that? This is foreboding. Doesn't look to be a relic of the ancient Sumerian civilization, though. I agree. As far as I can tell, it's not any kind of device, simply a stone monument. Oh, there's something written near the bottom. Oh, sweet. Oh, so there is. Let's see. Hermit's Garden. What's that supposed to mean? Not sure. Could be a message, or maybe even... Actually, let me look it over for some more before I say anything. Nope, can't find any hidden switches or the like anywhere. You're right, really it's just a stone monument. Shall we try destroying it, see if anything happens then? I get first hit. Wait, no way! It's because we're establishing it as any kind of device doesn't mean nothing bad will happen if we go smashing it to bits. Don't worry, I was just joking. You so weren't. Anyway, let's save extreme options like that until we've explored all of our more reasonable ones. Then we should go and look around somewhere else. Okay. Okay. Well, this is nice. Looks like some kind of rest area or something. Why? What's it doing here? Well, resting is important. I'd love to sit and enjoy a relaxing lunch here. Maybe then it might be kind of nice. Although personally, my first thought was that I'd love to sit and fish here. Were any fish to be fished? Really? I didn't know you still like fishing. Sure, I can't say I've gotten any better at it, but a hobby's a hobby. I'm surprised how many fishing fanatics there are over in Liberal. It's a guild in Granson that's really hardcore into it, and one girl I ran into would give most bros a run for their money. Oh. Something wrong? It's nothing. Regardless, it's a shame there are no fish in it. The water here is exceptionally clear. I think it should suffice as a water source for us at least. Yeah. Alright, let's go check somewhere else. What's this? I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. Lunar seal. Oh, who dumped all this sap on the ground? Well, whatever. I don't think anyone will complain if we take it. Don't tell me you're feeling disappointed it wasn't food. You're incredible. I didn't know you knew how to read people's minds with your thaumaturgy. Was that part of your dual minion training? Sure wasn't. All I needed was to know you. Thaumaturgy. It's a huge tree, Julie. There's no sign of any other in the surrounding area either. As big as it is, it doesn't seem to be a fruit tree, unfortunately. Figures we would get that lucky. Come to think of it, though, you were always an expert on plants and medicinal herbs and stuff, right? You don't recognize what kind of tree this is? I wish I did, but no. At the very least, it's one that grows on the western side of the continent. Did you work something out? Maybe, maybe not. We should try looking somewhere else now. Oh, right. Still, even if it doesn't bear fruit, maybe it has sweet sap inside, like maple trees. I cut into the trunk to a bit to see.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, I gotta play that tits. Type that out because it was so loud. It's crazy that trails in the sky, just tits. Come on, come on. Yeah, best the prologue. Prologue, like you said, was very prologue. Like actually a prologue. And a fucking 8-hour journey at the beginning of the game. Oh. As far out as the eye can see. Just where are we? It's me. Still, wherever we are, it's big. Judging by how our voices don't echo anyway. Yeah. I think they've... Oh, just like you started Trails from zero, like... They've definitely been improving from each game, like the pacing. I looked around everywhere. Maybe I didn't. I just didn't go back and forth. Well, we've investigated the whole area now. Okay, so yeah, a little longer, but I think Trails in the Sky 2's prologue is good. It's just the first game, which was fucking just ridiculous. And at least in that one, we're being introduced to brand new characters. But we didn't find anything that would give us any idea as to where we are. Maybe not specifically. I think I may have an idea what kind of place this is, though. That's a long time for a prologue, but, you know, we are talking about RPGs here. And I know, it depends just how much time you take. Reading, talking to people. Yeah. But yeah, because they start doing a lot less dialogue when people need to actually voice it. And they supplemented non-voice dialogue, but, you know. Really? It's a place both within Liberal and not at the same time, like a separate dimension of sorts. Can you elaborate? Well, I see during all the trouble with the RL. Wow, so you think this place we're in may be similar? Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. Well, there you go. They know where to spend their money. There are a few cracks in my theory, unfortunately. Oh, I think I understand what you mean. The Barbarian Cuisine book we found earlier is one, right? Exactly. We assumed some kind of enclosed space sealed away with the REL all those years ago. I had a book that was only published this year given here. All the other unusual books are from after the Great Collapse, too, which means someone else has been going in and out of here within the past year. Could it be that man in black we met at the port? Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't peg him as the kind of guy who'd want to read about Liberian cuisine, though. It's very true. Either way, I think we can say for sure now that the situation we're in was planned by someone. Possibly before that cube even came into our possession. You really think so? But if that really is the case, what should we do now? That is a million-mirror question. I don't have much to work with here. Just a big open area with no way out. Oh, this again? Ah! It sounded like something broke. Yeah, but what? Crap! Kevin took his battle orb mint out of his pocket. He then noticed all of his quartz in it were shattered. Oh, fuck. Seeing this, Reese took out her own battle orb mint. Mine is the same way. Ugh, even my spare quartz are ruined. Just what is going on here? What? Well, at least with... Well, what time is it now? Oh, it's only 11, so I usually play till 12. You get at least an hour in me. Wife's already in bed, so no, anything can stop me. I will say, we both have been getting through a lot of trails. Well, what just happened? I don't know. Pleasure is this cube's doing, and we can add altering this area to its list of quirks along with regular quartz. Are you sure it's a good idea to keep it on you? Honestly, I get the feeling we'd be shit out of luck without it. At least now we got some new stuff to investigate that can lead us in the right direction. We should go and check all the places that have changed. Alright. I can understand it for an artifact or ornament, but how did a lump of stone start glowing like this? It's like magic. Now that's an apt enough description if I've ever heard one. One thing I can add to that is that the laws of the world as we know them don't seem to apply to Fit. Raise. Huh? That was a voice, wasn't it? Raise the cube before the monument. Who's there? Who are you? Please. What are we going to do? Ugh, delve. Not like we got any better options. Visitors from afar. This again. His voice is different, though. Welcome. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you power. Huh? Name your currency, so that we may transaction with the system that you know. Well, wait a second. What do you mean by currency? Maybe it's going to sell us things in exchange for Mira? Oh, I get you. Understood. Then I shall grant you power in exchange for that currency. Well, I have no Mira. And I must scream. No, I was able to upgrade that to 3. We'll see how much I like the relationship mechanic portion, because, like, sometimes I can like, oh, for 0? Nice. I appreciate that. Well, then you can just build up with your characters more, too. Like, you'll just get better relationships with them, and then you won't, like, you know, how I was in the end of the last game. Then it's like, okay, do I want to have this character? What's the dialogue options going to be? It's like, nope, just the 4 that I'm working with. Release my brethren, then we shall grant you good fortune. What do you think what that was about? How would I know? As hard as it is to say, we should be able to buy things from Mira and use Sepith to synthesize quartz here. Pretty useful if nothing else. We do still have the Sepith that was left over when our quartz was shattered. Perhaps we should use these to synthesize some new ones? Nothing planned to me. We can stand on our own 2 feet just fine, but we're gonna need recovery arts if we ever find ourselves in a jam. Wow, that upgrades it by a whole 100? Damn, alright. Okay, there's a start. Yeah, because we have to identify with the characters. It's even why I like the new Fire Emblem games. I'm like, this sounds like there'd just be a lot to play. It's like, okay, here's everybody in the school. Introduced to an entire class. Like, shit. Bottom of the water is glowing? It's beautiful. Welcome, visitors from afar. Again? It sounded like it came from the spring. Visitors from afar, quench your thirst. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you vitality. CP was restored to maximum. When my radiance is restored, I shall grant you vitality once more. When you have fought several battles, return to me. I read water that actually energized me before. How is this even possible? I don't know, but I feel full of life as well. Looks like the water here only has an effect while it's shining. Yeah. Although the energy we got now, I don't think there's much where we can get from here. We should check back later if we ever feel tired. What else over here? Tree. Holy Stragus, now this is something. It really is. It's as if petals of pure light are floating through the air around us. I welcome you, dear guests. What's that? Did the tree just talk to us? In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you the blessings of the earth. However, my power is not without its limits. I require compensation in exchange for its use. Tree man, whoa, fighter of the night man, whoa. Fire. Ash. Water. My master's power returns. Or when my master's power returns, providing blessings I offer shall increase. May the blessings of the earth be upon you. Man, if someone told me a tree just chatted them up and offered to sell them ingredients, I'd tell them they've had one too many drinks. Reese, something up? That great tree took root near to a seven-colored spring, and there it granted blessings and joy. An excerpt from the Book of Genesis, verse 7, the primal ground. Oh, hallowed Idios, thank you for the divine protection and mercy you've bestowed upon us. Aren't you just tickled pink? Not sure this tree has anything to do with the goddess, though. I disagree. Even the testaments of the goddess say that all roads lead to food. Food is the fundamental basis of everything. Here. It's not in any testament I've ever laid eyes on. That said, let me give you this. Recipe book. Huh? Why are you giving this to me? Because you're remarkably impious. Impious? For a knight of the church, you should work on becoming more devout through cooking in her name. That doesn't even make sense. Besides, can't you just do the cooking yourself? You're always better at it than me. I'm sure it's the wish of the ingredients we use by the best chef possible. Still. Please? I'm too soft for my own good sometimes. Fine, but you have to help me, Teal. Also, the second I catch you snacking on something while we're making it, I'm done. I know. You don't think that could be the exit, do you? If anything, I say it's more like an entrance. A monument that sells us item, a tree that sells us ingredients, a spring that restores our vitality. It's like everything in here is designed to help us prepare for something dangerous, or am I reading into it? No, I don't think you are. So what should we do? Should we try stepping on it? I don't have any better ideas at this point, although it might be better if you stayed behind. Never mind. Well, we'll go together. Not like there's any guarantee you'd be safe if you're actually. Of course we will. But first I should give you this. Huh? Well, what are you doing with this? I was asked to give it to you by Commander Selney. In other words, Kevin's report lately had been far too vague for my liking. I bet he's not even taking notes while he's out on the job. Give him this so he's got no more excuses to slack off. Ah, she figured it out, huh? Hold on, how are you close enough for her to ask you this kind of favor? She was the one who taught me how to use my Templar sword. I respect her deeply. No joke? I had no idea. She kept that from me on purpose. Can't say I'm surprised. If I'd known, I sure as hell wouldn't have let Reese. Kevin? Sorry, just spacing out. Our next destination's at Circle, but if you have anything else you want to do for us, speak up now. I'm telling what's waiting for us after we step on in. I can't get some recipes from the cookbook. Alright, let's go check it the heck out. Check this out. Looks like that really was an entrance of sorts. Still seem to be in the same bizarre enclosed space. Okay. Got quite a long road ahead of us, don't we? We sure do. Kevin! What monsters? How do they appear out of nowhere?
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
How could this be? Exactly what you mean. There are a whole lot of monster types in our world. That's the first time I've seen any like that. Like being in a totally different realm. The monsters weren't even the strangest part. Tell me about it. The elements against them weren't usually fair either. Exactly. The three elements of space, mirage, and time were a factor in that battle too. Not just the traditional four elements. Very observant, rookie. You notice that to that extent. This points to yet another clue that we're a long way from home. And you'll find a boatload of monsters that are weak to fire and Zemuria, but you're not going to find any that are weak to mirage. You know how it is. Indeed, I do. Spiritually, the world in which we live is in a relatively low plane of existence. To quote the Testaments, our world and the world of the goddess will forever be separate. She simply drops pebbles from above, known as miracles. Quoting word for word. Though, hey, I guess those are the basic principles. I just keep on running into surprises. Space-time and mirage all here. Should be impossible. What about those monsters themselves? Honestly, they were less monsters and more fiends. Creatures that shouldn't even be allowed to exist in our world, and yet they somehow do without any problems here. And I doubt that those are the only ones. Are we going to be alright in here? Hopefully. They were tough, but not so tough we can't handle them if we're together. Like there's anything else for us to go back in the base area. Let's keep walking and see what we find, I said. It might be worth going back briefly to check out orbit setups. Though, seeing as we got more elements to count for now. True. Oh, Kevin, let me give you this. Monster Guide. What's this for? It's called the Monster Guide. It was designed to record data on monsters, their habits, their weaknesses, and the like. That could be wise for us to note anything and everything we come across here. Although I suppose Fiend Guide would be more appropriate, right? You're telling me. You sure I can't just store all this info up in the old noggin, though? Already putting enough stuff in the Growl Slitter notebook as it is. My hands are gonna go numb at this rate. You're playing way too much, Kevin. You're a knight. Do your job. Ah, yes, ma'am. Time like the present, I guess. Scribble, scribble. There, happy. It's divisible by an orange? Or it is an orange? Twitch, did you have sex with an orange?
Not bad.
gotta ask. Patient. Sure that Zin's name was once written as Zane. Another name change considered was Oliver. His original suggestion was Oliver. It's just as glad they request never went through.
Goddess, my thanks to thee. I've worked up an
Not bad.
Definitely has a really interesting aesthetic. Which I appreciate. Oh, what's this? It's really pretty. It's kind of like the Cube of Perception, but I don't know what... I don't think that's what it is. Maybe we should touch it and see what happens. Found ceiling stone. Does it seem harmful? Nope, seems safe to me. Wish I knew what it was, though. Mine coming off, it's so... kind of slow, rhythmic glowing from it. Reminds me of a beating heart. Was that? There's a cube again. Visitor from afar. You who possess the cube. That voice from earlier. Just who are you? Where are you talking to us from? Raise that ceiling stone before the monument in the garden. Then the barrier and the imprisoned shall... I can barely work out what it's trying to say. All I can get is that we need to take this thing to the monument. I will unlock another power cube. Make use of it. Use warp functionality is now available. To use it, click the icon at the top right of the corner of the screen and select the location in which to warp to. What the? Beware the malevolent one. Gather strength, or you two will be forever. Don't even ask. I feel like I'm in some kind of weird dream. Here by the minute. I don't sense anything bad coming from your voice. I feel like it's trying to guide us forward. True, it does. I don't think the cube has a will of its own, and that it's the thing talking to you. Doubt it. You kept talking about the cube as if it were a separate object. I'm just at the source of the voice somewhere else. And then there's this that malevolent. Bring it up too. I could see that being the man in black we saw when we were thrown in here. It could very easily be someone else. All of this is starting to make my head hurt. Join the club. Let's try and take things one step at a time, okay? And on that note, the best place to start is probably giving the cube's new power a shot. You're serious? Serious as can be. There aren't many artifacts that have the power of teleportation, you know. In the situation we're stuck in, we need to use everything we got at our disposal. Alright. Be sure you're careful when using it. I will. Here. Oh. Alright, that actually worked. Now I got a quick way to get back here to safety if we run into danger. It does sound useful. I still can't bring myself to put much trust in that cube, however. I'm not planning to lower my guard around the thing either. Keep using it with caution, so don't worry. Anyway, next up, this little guy. See that ceiling stone? That voice made it sound like something would be released from it if we held it up to the monument. Any guesses? No, but I know how to find out the answer real quick. I'll end up holding it up, but I want you to stand by, prepared for a fight just in case. We got no idea what we're dealing with here. Understood. Something's happening. Alright, time for the moment of truth. What? A girl? What was that light? Is she the girl from the professor's photograph? Huh? Kevin? You are Kevin, aren't you? I'm not seeing things. What are you doing here? Where do we even start? But yeah, it's the real deal. Good to see you again, Tina. Looks like you've grown a little taller. You noticed, huh? I'm happy to see you again, too. What brings you back to Liberal? Is that girl a friend of yours? Wait, I was in the house with Dad getting dinner ready because Agathe was coming over. Then all of a sudden everything went white, and then... Where am I? This looks nothing like your house. What am I dreaming? Is it all a dream? All right, I should make myself to check. Oh yeah, this is Tina everyone knows and loves, all right. She's adorable. That's what happened. This is all because of that artifact Mom pulled out of the lake? Honestly, we can't even be sure right now. Especially as if we assume that's the case. How did you end up here when you were all the way over in Zeiss? It makes no sense. You're right. It sounds as though you two were fairly close to one another when you were sent here, but Grants and Zeiss are really far apart. Based on your account, however, we were all surrounded by that light at roughly the same time. It's more than a coincidence in my eyes. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, whoops, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? My name's Tina Russell. I'm an apprentice at Zeiss Central Factory. I'm Reese Argent, Sister of the Deception Church. Heard a lot about you from Kevin and your mother. Oh, you met Mom? I have. She showed me a photograph of you too. Now that I've met you in person, I can see why she boasts about you so much. Was she doing that? Oh, Mom. She didn't say or do anything inappropriate to you, did she? She tends to lose control of herself when it comes to people as cute as you. Lose control how? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude by calling you cute or anything. It's just that you're kind of quiet and really pretty, but you got this really unique aura about you. Unique? You're every bit as sharp as your mother. Goddess doesn't make it more unique than Reese. Please. Anyway, what are the two of you planning on doing now? Are you going to keep looking for a way out of here? That's the plan, yeah. Not that we made so much as a dent in progress on that front so far. We barely started exploring when we found you. Oh, I see. If you don't mind then, please let me help you look. I won't get in the way, I promise. Getting in the way wouldn't be the issue here. That's a tough one. My gut tells me you're better off staying here, to be honest. You've proven yourself to be made of sturdy stuff, but like I said, this place is just one big and very dangerous mystery. If that's true, then who's to say I'd be safe staying here on my own? If I'm going to be in danger, I'd rather go with you and at least try to help out. You're born, I guess. Every bit as spunky as Estelle, too, you know. You can't be serious, Kevin. Trust me, she's a lot tougher than she looks. She went on a liberal arc and came back down in one piece, plus she survived Dios knows how many sketchy fights beforehand. Don't be so quick to judge just because of her age. Still, please, I really want to help. I'll do everything I can to make sure I don't cause you any problems, really. Alright, if you're sure. Mean it? You seem to understand the consequences of your action and what it means to worry others. And as long as that's the case, I've got no reason to say no. Still, please do be careful. Thank you, I will. Yeah, seriously, if anything were to happen to you on my watch, I'm sure my death at Erica's hands would be slow and painful. I swear I won't let that happen. Deal. Alright, let's get back to work. Students' equipment is set up, it's back to exploring we go. Understood. Right. Holy. Okay, so I'm guessing I can just go back now.
No.
Speed portal. Wasn't this path blocked before? Sure was. What's going on? Is something wrong? Last time we passed by here, this path was blocked with some kind of barrier. As you can see, it's nowhere to be seen now. Really? I wonder what could have caused that. Well, if we think about what's changed since when we last passed here now, maybe it was releasing Tina from that stone that caused it to disappear? I mean, we haven't done anything else. Oh, I see. Still, that actually could be it. Huh? You think? Think about it. The stone with me inside was near here too, right? Maybe that was more than a coincidence. This could be among one of the many rules that govern this place that we just haven't figured out yet. Rules? I think I get what you're trying to say. So in this case, we wouldn't have been able to advance any farther if we hadn't released you from that stone. That's right. I can't be sure, but I do have a good feeling about it. A good feeling is good enough for me right now. I just don't have a clue who's responsible for the situation. It all feels very deliberately set up. Which is all the reason we'll need to be careful, I suppose. Okay, I think I do have to go to bed. I was underestimating how tired my eyes are getting after reading for a while. I've done a little bit of reading today. Especially with Homestuck added on there. Good lord. Okay. 24 hours of trails? Jesus Christ, Lucis. You're going to need... I suppose if you start off right away in the... That sounds like a lot. Man, I don't know the last time I stayed up for 24 hours. I was probably like 16, maybe younger. I've stayed up for like 20-ish hours, but 24, I would absolutely pass the hell out. Like, I guess I stay up for like 18 to 20 hours pretty frequently, but yeah, 24. Whew. All right. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. Don't let Plasmaniac visit you in your sleep and rip out all your teeth.